So it's Monday at 5 o'clock. I'm like super busy with work, and at the same time I just got so many freaking emails from LinkedIn, from Indeed. I only submitted like 4 applications, but think LinkedIn, for example, if you update your settings to be open to opportunities for the recruiters to be able to get in touch with you, they'll just spam you with messages and stuff. And I did reply to some of them. I already have so many meetings and calls scheduled. It's fucking crazy. 2 calls have been scheduled for the recruiters at LinkedIn. I don't know what company they're recruiting for, I don't know, nothing, but one of them is happening in 20 minutes. I guess it would be like good practice for me to talk about what I want from a company and to talk about my experience. Any workplace is determined by the people who work there, and unfortunately you won't be able to meet the people you will end up working with until you actually start working in that company. I will obviously do my research tonight, look through what the company is all about, try to learn more about them. They are providing a hybrid workspace where they require people to come in at least once a week to the office, which, to be frank with you, I don't mind. I kind of wanted for fully remote position, but I was thinking it's always good to like go out from time to time, also meet people like in real life. You know, my world is so small right now. I think I'd benefit from seeing other people, especially when you start working somewhere else. I think it's always good to be meeting people in real life and learning from them. Things feel like are shifting quite fast. I mean, at the same time, you can get all of this calls and everything and get nothing out of it. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I received a few options to choose from job-wise, and I have already 1 interview scheduled with a company I'm quite interested in working for. I've spoken to a few recruiters and they've sent over a few job specs, and there's just literally so much to choose from, and I'm trying to be logical about everything. I'm trying to see which ones would be good for me, because changing the job now is quite a long-term decision I'm making, because like I said, I'm hoping it will be a long-term decision, but you never know what's going to happen, and I'm aware of that. It's good when you have some kind of experience, so you're confident in what you can do and you're excited about the job. And like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I need to be logical about it. I need to have experience of going through these interviews that are happening so fucking soon already. Didn't expect that to happen. I thought I'd be more on the waiting side for a little bit longer, but no, it feels like things are happening very fast. I'm not too opposed to that. I guess one more thing to be aware of is that I need to be aiming a little bit higher than what I am. My job is more managerial, but then again, I got a few options to choose from for like a director position. It may sound like it's a little bit higher than what I'm currently doing, but at the same time, if I don't take on that challenge, I don't think there will be an opportunity. I mean, there will be of course an opportunity later, but it's a good challenge that will push me and that will make my day-to-day more exciting, I hope. So I can try that as well. Things are moving forward. RP is arriving in 2 weeks time. I am so damn excited about that. I can't wait. And as you can see, I'm outside because the weather is getting nicer, and that's a positive as well. Still haven't done the turf side, and so jealous of my neighbors actually having grass. I will be dealing with the turf situation soon. At the moment I'm all in doing the work, looking for a job, going to the gym mode. So I have 2 interviews this week, tomorrow, the day after, and I've started to feel a little bit nervous, and fair enough. It's kind of overwhelming. I literally just now updated my CV and like things feel like moving so fast. Maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. Certainly I'm nervous about all of these interviews, plus all of these multiple stages of interviews. You have to present yourself, you have to like and making decisions as well. What vertical to go for, what type of work. So a decision to make. I guess that's better than staying where I'm at the moment. That's what I wanted to do. So now it's all about doing my best, getting the job that I want to get. things should get better from there, I hope. I'm going to the gym right now and I'm feeling so sick today. But I thought maybe if I go and not push myself too much today, I think overall I may end up feeling a bit better and more relaxed about tomorrow. I have 4 interviews this week. And it's Wednesday. So I have 1 in an hour or so, 2 tomorrow, and 1 on Friday. And the one on Friday is the one that I'm the most keen on. So I'm going to try and treat today's one and tomorrow ones as practice runs. But oh my god, you guys, I'm like stress eating my porridge and like stress drinking coffee. I'm so nervous. My stomach is like going like this right now, and I'm like couldn't sleep properly last night, and it's just initial informal interview that doesn't mean shit with a company I don't quite care about. But I don't think it would be my first choice, but it's good to get that mileage in and of doing interviews. And so nervous. And it's so fast, like literally last Tuesday, when was it, when I was like fuck it, I'm like deciding to get a new job, and like this week I already have 4 interviews, and half of them are in fact with companies that I'm very keen on. Crazy fast, everything is just so fast. Our first interview is in 7 minutes. I'm freaking out, and I'm just freaking out. I don't understand why I'm freaking out. I'm really hoping that today is the day where words will just flow, you know, when I'll be able to make a sentence that makes logical and grammatical sense. I don't know, I just don't want to make a fool out of myself. And the thing is, who the fuck wants to make a fool out of themselves? Nobody wants that. Like, what am I even freaking saying right now? My thoughts are spinning in my head. I'm trying to caffeinate myself as much as I can. But look, doing an interview, it's nerve-wracking. It is a nerve-wracking experience. I think everything is going to plan. I'm trying to gain that experience of doing interviews before I interview for my perfect, ideal role, you know? Gosh, I just can't wait for this interview to be over already. Move on with my life. I want to do this interview and crawl back into the darkness, like crawl under the table and do my little work from there where no one can see me and no one can think that I'm stupid, or I don't know. I just want to be done with today. Gosh, I don't even want to think about tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a big client call in the morning that I have to prepare for today, and then I have 2 interviews. Both of them could potentially be quite good, but I don't want to be putting all of my eggs in one basket, and I think I need to be on it 150% with every single interview I'm doing, because you never fucking know, like your perception of... I remember when, before I got this job that I currently have, I was like so not in the mood to join the company at all. I remember I was cycling home from my previous job and this guy calls me, and I'm cycling home and this guy's like, hey, like, you applied for the job. No, I didn't even apply for it. I think they just reached out for LinkedIn or something. It's like, oh, are you looking for a job? I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for a job. It's like, oh, do you want to come in for an interview? I'm like cycling home, like stressing, there's loads of traffic, central London. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because, you know, I was like, fuck it, why not? You know, I was looking for a job anyway. And then came to the company, everything seemed way better than the first impression that I got from the call. But what kind of impression was I looking for in the call in the first place? Like, what? Ooh, I need to chill. I'm making an executive decision to leave Lyra in the room as I'm doing this interview, because I think it may be a really good icebreaker. Okay, it's done. I had the interview. It went fine. I think my salary expectations were a bit too high for these guys, because when the interview was like, so how much are you expecting? I was like, well, expecting this. I was like, interesting. But also the fact that the headquarters are not in London, they're in like outside area is a bit also, though they do provide travel expenses, which is great. Altogether, I'm very glad that I had that experience. I think I was very calm, collected, and I managed to talk about myself without like stumbling and stuff. But these guys are quite a growing company, and from the first impression from my end, I don't think I would be going with them. I'm glad that it's over now and I can focus on doing my job, you know, preparing for tomorrow's big thing, client facing thing, and then I have two more interviews after that. I'm relieved that it's over and I can move on with my life. I'm so happy the day is over. It's raining and it's just, I'm so tired. It's been such a stressful day, partially because I have the pressure of all of the interviews coming, but also because the job itself was quite full on today, and tomorrow is the freaking oof. I am not going to think about tomorrow. Doing these interviews is quite interesting because it allows me to think along the lines of what I would want to have a company I would like to be working for. It's like a global company or a small, medium-sized company, and all of the other things. And it also makes me think of all of the things I'd like to be saying about myself, and generally just being in that mindset of trying to figure out what I'd like to be doing with the future me, current/future me. But I'm so happy that the option of going to the gym exists, because it just, all of the worries, everything just disappears as I run or walk. I'm just focusing on this one activity that I'm doing at the time. The reason why I'm talking weird is because I have a fucking band in my mouth. So yeah, it allows me to just switch off and relax. It's very healthy for me to be going to the gym these days, and I find myself looking forward to this. Thursday has started. I couldn't sleep last night at all. I kept waking up from 5. It was just impossible to maintain my sleep pattern stable, just sleep for everything. It almost feels like I'm not too nervous. I feel like subconsciously I'm shitting myself. The thing is, these interviews that I'm having this week are only like screening interviews. They're not with heads of the department. They're just with HR people, you know, trying to understand what I want and from what they offer. It's not too stressful. It shouldn't be too stressful. I'm stressing out. And in 2 minutes time I have a call with the client where I'll have to present monthly business review like in detail and try and fit it, like all the information that I've prepared within 40 minutes. And I hate being at like such time crunch. Usually you would need an hour and a half for this. So I just want this day to be over, basically. Oh yeah, one more thing. I thought that interview that I'm really excited about was going to happen on Friday, tomorrow, but it's actually happening today, the second one. So I'm stressing out and I'm so tired. I feel mentally drained and exhausted, and I don't know, I'm just gonna roll with it today. It's Mary. Half an hour later, or actually 1 hour later, after the client call. It went great. I'm so relieved. It was one of my top performing one. Like, I was at peak. It was a good call. I'm proud of myself. I'm relieved. I'm glad it's over. I now need to deal with the 2 screening calls, but I feel so much more relaxed. I think the nerves just disappeared. You need to have some level of success, and then that success will give you strength and confidence to be like, yeah, I've done that, I can do it, I can do that as well, I can do fucking everything, you know. I'm just outside trying to get in the sun. It's just so great. It's becoming nice and sunny and warm, and I can chill on the swing. And the reason why I'm not on the swing is because there's more sun here. There's no sun on the swing, so I need to prioritize. But yeah, let's talk about confidence. If you are not feeling confident, if it's not your day, if you if you feel that nothing you say or nothing you do is going right, It's one of the worst fucking days to be, especially if you have important stuff scheduled in. I think today is gonna be a good day. I am fully confident, I'm relaxed, I am one with myself. I don't know if this is making any fucking sense. I have high hopes for these 2 interviews, and actually there's one more interview that is about to be scheduled with a company that I'm very excited about, and I need to go back to the lady about that. A lot of things are happening, and these things are very exciting things. And also I wanted to bring out the fact that how easy it is to have an interview these days. I remember before when I was looking for a job, it was a fucking mission. I had to obviously prepare for the interview beforehand, which is something you do regardless all the time, you know. But then I had to get dressed and, like, you know, travel somewhere, physically be present in the same room as the interviewer. It was more intense, so much more intense than what it is now. Now it's just a video call. You don't have to get all extra, you know, with your outfit. Like, as long as the top part of your body is fine, you can be wearing pajamas and it's fine. You don't have to travel anywhere, you're saving time. It's much more, you are in the comfort of your home. It's a much more relaxed environment. There's your cat, there's, like, you can sit anywhere, you can make your coffee that is relaxing you. I remember sometimes I would travel to an interview and there wouldn't be a coffee shop around, so I would be like coffee deprived, and that would make a huge difference in the success of the interview. I remember I had a really weird fucking interview. It was going bad, everything was wrong, and if that was to happen now, all I would need to do is literally press the end call button. That's it. That's literally how easy it is, and how much more relaxed and chill the whole freaking remote interviewing process is. I don't like it. I prefer it. I think it's fucking great. I just spoke to the recruiter and I was lost for words at times, but it's fine because it's recruiter, and at the end of the day she had a perfect opportunity for me. It just ticks off all of the freaking boxes. She hasn't actually shared the job spec, she just described what the job is going to be, and it's just a perfect sector, a perfect remote, non-remote, like 1 day a week, and that 1 day a week, like, their location is very close to the train station, the last train station I will be going. Everything is just so good. The salary is slightly higher than I hoped for originally, so sure, okay. I had a very good interview just now with one of the agencies I've applied for, and compared to what was yesterday, it was a very deep, very kind of all-around interview type with the company that I wasn't too excited about in the first place. So I think it comes back to what I said earlier about, like, your expectations, and your expectations with this job search is literally based on what the website looks like. That's it. That's literally it. And what they put down on the job spec offer. But look, what I've learned is that whoever comes up with these job specs may not be the person who you will end up working with, and they might not pay as much attention to writing out the job specs, prioritizing the actual interview. And look, it's so difficult to gauge what would be a perfect fit company-wise based off of the freaking website. You can go on the review site where people talk about what they think about various companies they've been working for, and look, it's just, you can't fully trust one pissed off person who said, oh, this job sucks, you know. Anyway, I feel relieved. One interview done, and I felt it went really good, so I'm glad. I'm just caffeinating myself. I had 3 slices of pizza. Had pizza yesterday. Well, today was the leftover kind of situation day. I can't wait to have my second interview and, like, close the day out. And look, it was so funny. I was doing the interview and I was looking at the freaking pigeon. I don't know if you can see it, but over there's a pigeon nest. They used to piss me off last year when I was in a different room. They would just constantly do the pigeon sounds, and I can't quite hear the sounds here in this room. Probably better soundproofing system. I'm so looking forward to going to the gym. Being in the gym these days is so, I don't know, it just helps me detach from everything, you know. It's just so good that I'm like alone with myself, my time. Look, you can do anything at any point of the day and call it your time, but you can be watching a video, you can be like watching a movie, reading a book, cooking. I kind of transitioned from forcing myself to go to the gym because it was like very stressful activity to needing to go to the gym because it makes me feel very good about myself, and generally it just purifies my brain for like I don't know what it is. I literally can't pinpoint what the fuck it is, but glad that gym has become a huge part of my day-to-day. Oh, I'm done with the interviews for today, and I'm so glad. I'm just gonna work for a little bit longer and then go to the gym. This other one was quite nice as well. This is actually the company that I originally was the most hyped about. Like, all of these interviews that I'm doing now at the moment is just screening interviews. They're not the interviews with the head of departments that I will be working with. These are with HR, so it's very low-key, low stress level that I'm quite fucking stressful anyway. Glad it's over. I have one more tomorrow and one being arranged for next week. So yeah. But the good news is we have Formula 1 this week, and next week and the week after we're gonna have our RP. All of this is just so freaking exciting to me. So exciting. I'm finally on my way to the gym. I'm so happy the day is almost over. I'm kind of hungry, so I'm hoping I have enough strength to actually do the workout that I'm planning to do. I'm so happy the day's over. Like proper mentally exhausted. The amount of mental energy it takes to do the interview sometimes. I had 3 today, oh my god. Anyway, the more interviews I do, the more I learn about how to approach them, the more experience I get, so all of this is a good experience. I'm just so damn happy the day is over, all of this is over. I can switch my brain off and focus on relaxing. Right, there's one thing I wanted to say about the freaking water bottle. So I'm not sure how much you know about it, but I had a water bottle and it was a mission for me to find it in the first place, the one I wanted. Long story short, but I lost the water bottle and I thought, look, maybe it was just somewhere in the house, but I couldn't find it. Recently I've noticed there's a dude who goes to the gym. I always see him using the same treadmill that I use, and he just walks for like an hour uphill. I recently noticed that the guy had the bottle. No one uses this bottle, and that bottle didn't have the inside bit because the inside bit is in my freaking kitchen. So I'm thinking I left my bottle in the gym and then the guy just picked it up. It would be really fucking awkward for me to ask about it because he's probably been using it for like a fucking week, and it would be really weird for me to just take it back. But it's so strange. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone just take someone else's property? And obviously if someone left it at the gym, that someone is someone who goes to the gym a lot. They would see that someone else is using it. Doesn't make sense. I'm so overwhelmed with the amount of human conversation, real human live conversations that have been happening this week. There's so much stuff. I think I took it a bit too far, and I just need to have a moment to like take a breather and just, you know, chill. Like I feel sick physically, like I have a sore throat and can't sleep properly, and like all of this stress and all of this anxiety that is related to like the job search, the interviews, like emailing and recruiter calls. Oh man, it's too much. I'm not gonna lie though, it's exciting. It's exciting to see what's happening in the market. It's exciting to be talking to all these people. Just, I've been too much, I think. It's like literally the most amount of conversations I've had with like external people outside of my circle of my partner. Really, the last what, like 2-3 years, man. It's crazy. Just 1 week. So I thought I had only been half an hour, but it's actually in 2 minutes. I'm an idiot. I'm like freaking out. And also, like, I'm freaking out because sometimes it just, for some reason, can't freaking use my Google Chrome. I mean, the laptop, and just everything is a fucking mess right now. Oh my god, I'm gonna go. Wish me luck. Hey there, it is Saturday finally, and it's actually already 4 p.m. and oof, I got cold. I caught a cold or a flu, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but I haven't been sick for 2 years, and all of a sudden I find myself having an awful sore throat and high temperature and all of that, like the full package. So I literally, when I finished work last night, I went straight to bed. I was like lying down, dying of like exhaustion, mixing with this sickness, whatever the hell it is, and today I feel a little bit better. I took a shower, I had some nice soup, and decided to go to the gym for like a light session. I also sent off one of the tasks that I needed to send as a stage 2 interview for one of the companies that I interviewed for, so I worked on that. I had so much to say, so much in mind, but it's like, it's a bit too cold on me right now, so I'm just gonna go to the gym and talk about everything I wanted to bring up later when I'm in the comfort of my own home. I'm so damn surprised with myself, and I'm so proud of myself. I did not have to cut my workout short today at all. I did the whole thing that I usually do. I still have some energy in there. Glad I pushed myself